Archaeologists recently discovered a lost Mayan rebel stronghold, also known as the Land of the White Jaguar. Located in Mexico, it held Maya rebels for nearly 110 years during the 15th and 16th century, aka long after those bastard Spaniards arrived.
Yeah, 16th and 17th century Mayans would um basically they had this massive stronghold that's whole purpose was to keep the frickin' Spanish out.
And it's
It was known, yeah, it was known as the city of Sakbalan, which is land of the white jaguar. Um, and it is the home of the Lendokan Chaol, which is, it sounds like the beginning of a like college sports team.
yeah.
But yeah, this city was where these Mayan rebels in southern Mexico uh basically holed up and dared the Spanish to come into the jungle after them. Uh, the Spanish had captured La Contun, the Great Rock, in 1586, which prompted these people to just pull back into the jungle. And, you know, it really wasn't worth it for the Spanish to go in after them. Uh, they don't even really try. Like, the Spanish do not pursue them into the jungle.
Okay, but if you've ever been to the Yucatan or to that region of Mexico in general, that that jungle is dense. It is thick. There's no easy way to maneuver through it. And the Spaniards like to wear these thick woolen clothes and they had
With
metallic
with
armor
fancy
on,
metal. Yep.
located in the jungles of the Yucatan near the equator, to the point where they were probably boiling and it was very difficult to track them. And they also didn't have a natural understanding of the local landscape. So the Maya, who understood the region, understood how to navigate this area, and had trails blazed through the jungle, had a pretty
Yep.
easy time of just evading them. And then they eventually established this stronghold, which managed to evade the Spanish for over 110 years
Yep.
until an exploration party by Friar
Yep.
Pedro de la Concepcion discovered the stronghold in 1695.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. That is my point. They found it by accident. The only reason the Spanish ever conquered this city was because they accidentally stumbled on it because they were not okay in this jungle.
well, I don't know so much as they stumbled upon it, given that it's an exploration party. I have a feeling that the friar here
Meant
made it his mission to go and contact these isolated groups.
Yeah, many of these like exploration missions though didn't have like specific targets except for like the myth of El Dorado sometimes. A lot of them were just the Spanish did not map the jungle because they could not survive in it. So it was just efforts to try and map however many miles in whatever direction you could get to.
Yeah, so they were trying to just figure it out, and they probably were guided there by someone, if I had to assume. But shortly after he discovered it, it got quickly subdued by the Spanish and eventually named Nuestra Senora de Dolores, which is Our Lady of the Sorrows. And then by 1721, the site was completely abandoned and forgotten.
Yep. Yeah, its location is lost. There are records of the city in various documents and letters found in other locations from this time period. But effectively, it evades the Spanish for 110 years, and in less than 30 after the Spanish find it, it has a population of zero. It just the Spanish don't wipe it out in the direct sense, but it just ceases to exist because its primary function was to be hard as hell for the Spanish to get to. And now that the Spanish are there, there's no real benefit for anyone living on this site.
And how they ended up locating it is also very cool, because a team led by Josue Lozada Toledo, an archaeologist with the National Institute of Anthropology and History in Mexico City, effectively used GIS and historical records to pin it down, where he looked at accounts from a Spanish friar by the name of Diego de Rivas to narrow down where Sac Balan may be, and effectively he described it as being located on a plain along a bend in the Lacatun River, which runs through the Chiapas. And notes from de Rivas in 1698 describe a 4-day walk with soldiers to the city, followed by a 2-day canoeing journey. So this was a 6-day commute just to reach the city, and it was
Yeah.
located along a river. And Lozada Toledo considered the difficulty of the terrain and basically tried to figure out how much every person could carry and the distances that they would walk during that time.
Yeah.
And he basically just narrowed down where it could possibly be by taking all these factors into account.
Yep. Yeah. This is a very much a masterclass on planning and preparation and logistics for off trail archaeology, because this, you are marching in with a ton of stuff. It's just you. You're going to dig up a ton more stuff and have to march out with that plus everything you brought with you.
Well, it's interesting
So
because
getting the balance right is very important.
it's interesting too because his assumption, his deductive process ended up actually being pretty spot on because they believe they found Sakbalan near the Hatate and Ishkan rivers located near the border between Mexico and Guatemala. And Lozada Toledo made a very funny comment. It was the most arduous field trip I've ever had in my life, but in the end, we found the archaeological evidence right in the spot I had marked. And effectively,
Yep.
it took them 2 full field seasons of mapping and excavating the site. Um, when this article
Yeah.
was written, we always talk about the delay in research and progress, and this just goes to show that this has been known about for 2 plus years because he probably did a year plus of research before,
Oh yeah.
and they've done 2 field seasons working out there.
Yeah. No. This is a year or more of research, at least a year of planning and preparation and like getting the supplies together, and then it's 2 years of actually digging the dang thing. Like this is something that's been going on for a little while, and this isn't quite the full Arctic expedition level, but it's pretty damn close.
It's just cool because, especially when it comes to the Maya and the jungles in this region, they very much become a treasure trove because the Maya truly were masters of the jungle and were able to blend in with the landscape. And it's leading to a lot of these sites being relocated that we had lost track of or had no idea about. And
Yeah.
what I find very fascinating about this site, and what I truly do look forward to when they eventually do publish its findings, is looking at what kind of artifacts were in place, if there was some sort of European influence on them at that location, or if they had purely gone back to only traditional ways of life as a way to preserve the culture. I guess that would be my research question going into future field seasons.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a very interesting site, especially with how many of them are just buried in the jungle for a variety of reasons. And so, yeah, there's not a lot to add to that, unfortunately.
But that's actually probably a great point for us to wrap up. Let us know what your thoughts are down below, and we will see you guys in the next one.